and feel like
Good afternoon, you guys, and welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. Listen, it is Monday, beginning of the new week. Listen, we're going to start this thing off right and positive and fun, and we're going to have a little bit of lunch and do a little bit of kitchen table talk. Get ready, get ready, get ready. It's going to be fun, you guys. What's going on, you guys? Hey, Latasha and Portia and Juanica. I saw Miss Gladys. What's going on, babe? Amanda. Hey, Volvo. What's up? Antonio. What's going on? What's going on? Listen, dear self. You say, what are we eating? The Colonel. The Colonel. The Colonel. I'm going to do, listen, they have this new chicken sandwich from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I guess they're trying to get in the whole thing like Popeyes and all of them when they did their little thing with their chicken sandwich. So I'm going to actually try it. And I actually ordered it just like it came. I didn't change anything or anything like that. I want to give it the same try that I did like when Popeyes came out with theirs. Where I already know from the door, I don't like pickles on chicken sandwich. But again, I like pickles and I like chicken and I like a set. You can see it. I like a sandwich. Are you hungry? So I'm going to try exactly how it is. Lynette. Hey, babe. I know that's Lynette. That's not Stanley. That's Lynette. But Lynette and Stanley. How are you? It's always good to see you. Hey, Miles. Ciao. Life with Us TV. Ciao. Again, y'all know that's like my favorite couple on YouTube. Y'all know that, right? Life with Us TV. There's two channels. They have Life with Us, and then they have their reviews. They have a review channel as well. So definitely make sure you go over, check them out. Honey, we've been together for a long time. Ms. Attic is in here. What's up, baby? And she's talking about Happy Thanksgiving. Wait a minute. That's right, because she doesn't live here. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, sugar. I love my Miss Attic. Ciao. Listen, these two, Miss Attic, also Life with Us TV, we've been together for a very long time. A very long time. And the Ghetto View, the OGs. Those are OGs, you all. So listen, so like I said, we'll talk more about that in a second. But I'm going to do this. I know you see the Spider-Man bag, child. So I was at the post office. At the post office, mailing off packages for Chez Trésor. And I was given this bag from one of the ladies at the post office, and she says, "You know, you're my favorite customer." And so she said her and her husband actually had got this together, and then she started talking about the fact that he couldn't find a bag, an adult looking bag, and her husband just chose Spider-Man. And I just kind of laughed because, listen, Spider-Man has always been a staple up in my house. So Spider-Man is cool. And I told her, I said, I love the bag. So definitely, I don't know what's in here, but whatever's in here is fine. But the bag stays. The bag stays home. I like Spider-Man, child. So let's see what I was gifted. Child, I love old nasty piece of gift, honey. Hi, Natasha Milan. Are you going as Spider-Man? Going where? Going where, girl? I don't dress up for Halloween. Is that what you're talking about? I don't dress up for Halloween. Hell, I dress up all year. I dress up all year. I don't need to dress up for Halloween. All right, look at that. Now that's cute. This is welcome, foolish morsels. Now that's cute. And yeah, that's cute. How cute is that? And I love the vinyl, honey. Oh, yes. Very, very cute. Child, it's nice to be liked. It really is. I like it. And it's soft. And what is that? Velvet? Yeah, I like that. I will have to, I told her thank you, but I will definitely have to thank her yet again when I go back down to the post office. Yeah, I have frequent flyer miles down to the post office, Joe. Frequent flyer miles down to the post office. I do. Let's see. And again, let me do this while I'm actually here. I'll invite someone I didn't like and let them sit next to that. Listen, my shade is thick. Listen. I'll do it in a minute, baby. Throw a little bit of shade. Listen, the shade has been thrown. Do it in a hot second. But let me do this while I'm actually here as well, while I'm at this space. And I'll say, everybody who has, I just added my t-shirts into my little online boutique. I was doing masks. I was like the mask dude. And I got some time, when we weren't in our masks as much, I got some time to actually go ahead and start to developing my little t-shirts and really working on that and trying to see how I wanted to do it. And that was my thing. I could have definitely gone through like a third party like Teespring or one of those places like that, but I didn't want to do that because, again, you all know I am a designer. I do make my stuff, and I have a control issue. I do. I admit it. I am guilty as charged. I have a control issue, but I just got a thing. When it comes to my masks, that's all me. I handcraft every last one of those masks. I created the patterns. I cut the pattern. I cut the fabrics. I do every stitch myself. I don't have anybody else working on any of my stuff. When it comes to my t-shirts, I do all of it myself. I'm cutting the vinyl. I'm doing the designs. It's all me. I don't have a middleman. If I want to put my name on it, I want to make sure that it is up to what I want it to be up to. And that's nothing against anybody who actually, I think Teespring is a fabulous business and it's actually available to YouTubers. And I've actually purchased things like I got 2 shirts from Jaded Nerd, and I like them, and they're comfortable and they're cute and the whole 9 yards. But, like I said, I have a little bit of a control issue, and then I am a creative. I enjoy it. It's, sitting and doing the whole thing with the vinyls and all of that and peeling it. And that's really therapeutic for me, and I enjoy what I do. But my things are literally, when I say handcrafted by me, it is handcrafted by me. I'm doing it. It's not me passing the work off to somebody else. That's all me. You see Shay Treasure on some stuff. It's truly Shay Treasure. It's all me. It's all me. Yes, God. So yes, thank you to everybody who has purchased the shirt. Thank you to everybody who wanted to purchase the shirt, haven't purchased the shirt, but does push the brand. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I really, really do. And listen, go on over there and get you some stuff. Masks, shirts, they're all there. And yes, we are back in masks. Unfortunately, I enjoy making masks, but that's something that if I never made another mask, my feelings wouldn't be hurt because that would mean that we moved out of the need for the masks. So I'll just say that. Anyway, so let's get to this. K-Fried Chicken Sandwich. I just bought the combo and I bought the spicy. Yeah, I bought the spicy. Y'all know how I am. Okay, the sandwich comes in a little bag. Y'all see that? This is going to be interesting. It looks kind of small, don't it? A little compact. So I'll say before we even get into this, that size-wise, y'all not winning when it comes to y'all and Popeyes. Popeyes sandwich is a little bit bigger. Fries. Baby, they gave me 900 hand sanitizer wipes. Thank you so much. No, I'll be definitely keep holding on to those. That's it. The fries look great. Look, I ain't even worried about the fries, Cyber Diva. You know they right. Because K-Fried has good fries. Their fries are good. They've been doing those for quite a while. I am a fan of Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I do like Popeye. It's weird. Because most people just think like chicken is chicken, but it really is not. Then I finally tried Chick-fil-A, and it was truly overrated. Not a fan. I don't shop at Chick-fil-A. No shade, but shade. I don't shop at Chick-fil-A. I had it years ago before I knew what they were all about. Haven't been there since. Have not been there since, and I'm not even getting into that. What's up, Voodoo? This drink's sweating all on the table, Joe. Okay. Let's see. This little bag is hilarious to me. Thank you, Clark. Say thank you for coming on today. I think I needed to. I haven't been to the kitchen table in quite a while. Quite a while. Now, this bag, they're supposedly keep everything hot, but they do kind of create sweat. Never really understood that. It's Jessica saying. There is definitely a difference in taste and batter at Popeyes, KFC's, gas station. Right. You know I love chicken. Chicken is actually my favorite meal. Hey, Monk Chip. Monk Chip, she ain't no fan of Chick-fil-A either. People rave about it. They do. But it's, little political issues that I don't mess with Chick-fil-A. It just, just kind of when there was all that, there was a lot of drama surrounding Chick-fil-A and the LGBTQIA years ago, and I just, no need to discuss it, no need to mess with it. I just don't spend my money there. No big deal. It's their Pennsylvania privilege to do and support whatever they want and not support whatever they don't want. I took my pink coins and went on about my business, my LGBTQIA business. Tipped right on off. I didn't make no fuss. I didn't make no noise. I just said, see you later, Gator, and went on about my business. Ain't that how you do it? Now, when it comes down to Popeyes, I do like Popeyes. I like Popeyes. I did like the sandwich. Again, I'm not crazy about the pickles, but you know, that's just the way it comes. So I'll just order them without the pickles. Now I'm gonna try this one with the pickles, and I hope I don't end up.
Oh, I had almost gagged just then.
I hope we don't end up like that, but we're gonna try it and see what happens. Okay, so here's the sandwich. Yeah, it's just a little smaller, a little bit smaller than Popeyes. See that? Okay, they got their little hot sauce going on. This was just under $8. Yeah, so it's a supposedly kosher dill pickle. Supposedly. I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, newbie. Nope, that sandwich scared me. Y'all seen Undercover Brother? I didn't. Oh, Lord. Hell, why you ain't get us one? Don't start your mess. Popeyes is good, Trey. Like Popeyes. Hey, James, are you still reviewing these crazy reality shows? I am, Victoria. I've been off my game. I have I'm just gonna say that Love and Hip Hop has been painful. Love and Hip Hop Miami, as well as Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's over now, but it was painful. Painful. So I fell behind with that. And the weird thing, Queen Sugar. I fell behind in my Queen Sugar, but I watch. I'm up on it. I ain't behind in the show. I just am behind in the reviews. But I'm watching the show. The show is still it's cool. It's cool. And I could jump back in. I could just put some effort into it and jump back in and get back caught up. But I just got to be watching. And I'm like, okay, ain't a whole lot going on. Yeah, it's just all right. What's up, Delana? How are you? Welcome to Treasure Lane. Anyway, let me taste this old sandwich with these doggone pickles on here. Oh, Lord. Sorry, y'all. Something about that dill pickle and that bread and that chicken. No God. That just don't go. I don't know who came up with that combination. I'm gonna try this again without it. Without that pickle. That pickle. I like pickles on deli sandwiches. And not so much on a deli sandwich, on the side of a deli sandwich. Like a club sandwich, you need a dill pickle on the side. I don't know about this. But I can even do dill pickle on a hamburger. It's tasty. Mm-mm. You say you'll learn no more. That's it. Yeah, that wasn't literally when I bit down into it. All I taste was the pickle. I taste the pickle. The pickle literally overtook my whole mouth. And then there's just all these other textures in my mouth along with this pickle. And a pickle already has its own texture that don't need nothing extra at all. Pickles have a very strange texture all their own. Pickles, cucumbers, you get the best with pickles and cucumbers. You don't really need too much more in your mouth going on. It's too much. It's like it's a brain fuck. It's too much. It's too much. Too much going on. Okay. All right. It is spicy though. Whatever their little sauce is. And I think it's a little more than just regular hot sauce. It is spicy. I like the Popeyes chicken sandwich spicy sauce. I hate the chicken though. If I could buy the sauce, I'd never buy the Sammy. Oh, wow. Okay. Peach Cobbler. Peach Cobbler said pickles on a sandwich is like raisins and potato salad. Raisins and potato salad. I'd have to be saved from that. That I would not indulge in. I would not put that in my mouth. I'm sorry. First, when I look over there at it. So did you mix this up with your hands, honey? And those raisins are in there? Presentation is everything. Raisins in salad with mayonnaise and stuff. Oh God, I can't. I cannot. Okay, Eric got it. Eric said the pickles overpowers the chicken flavor. I'm telling you, I bit it and all I tasted was pickles. Nope. I'm sorry. I thought I could take the pickles off. It's done. That whole shit tastes like pickles, child. I ain't got no time for that. Sorry, Colonel. We'll have to meet up and do this again without your pickles, child. Nope. All right, well, I done messed that up, y'all. That was $8 down the drain. Right down the hatchet for the Apache. Yeah, the pickles overtook the whole little situation. I could have bought a pickle for $1.50. Actually, didn't have to buy one. I could have went in my kitchen and got one, child. Wasted my damn $8. It's like bullshit. Anyway, welcome to Fuck Shit Central, y'all. Listen, well, that was uneventful. No. What did you say here? James, go get some barbecue sauce and some honey mustard. I don't eat that. I don't eat that, boo. I don't eat honey mustard. I don't like it. I don't here for that. And I like the brown mustard. I also like regular mustard. I love French's regular yellow mustard. Love it. But I don't that honey mustard sauce stuff. And I don't really like barbecue sauce with mustard in it. Like mustard flavor. Like when I make my barbecue sauce, there is a splash of mustard in there. That's just the way I was taught. That's the way my grandmother used to do it. But it's in there for whatever it's in there for. I can't even explain to you why it's in there, but it's not enough to take over anything. It doesn't have, you can't taste it. You can't taste it. But if you don't do it, it tastes like something's missing. But you know when I say mustard sauce, everybody's had ribs that literally almost look yellow. That mustard sauce like that, I don't like that. Mm-mm. It's edible, but I don't want to eat it. How about that? Mm-mm. Nope. Is the chicken sandwich juicy? I don't know, baby. The chicken sandwich is in here. I couldn't get past the pickle taste, to tell you now. I'm sure the chicken is fine. The Colonel does chicken. Now, they don't never mess up the chicken. The chicken be fine. So I'm sure it's because it's just a chicken breast. It's just boneless. The boneless chicken breast. So I'm sure the chicken is fine. But I couldn't get past that pickle taste. That pickle, it's terrible. How a few slices of pickle ruin the whole sandwich. It's crazy to me. Honey mustard with some chicken nuggets or on a turkey bacon wrap is good. No, I can't do it, Monk Chip. I can't do it. I've tried it. I've tried and I can't. I went into that. I tried to do it with chicken nugget at McDonald's and I was like, ooh. And you know, I'm just really, as old as I am, I'm just getting to the point of this dipping thing. I like ranch dressing, but I don't want ranch dressing all slathered all over everything. You know, people eat wings and they use the ranch dressing, I guess, because it's like milk or whatever in there, or cream in there. So that kind of helps to cool their mouth off. I might be able to get through 2 wings messing around with some ranch dressing, and then it'll start to make me nauseated. I can't mess with it. Did you ever watch American Horror Stories Game Over? It was the last episode. Why do you keep asking me that, Niecy? Is that I'm thinking, wait, is that you, Niecy, that keeps asking me that question and not getting an answer? Is that you that sent me the email? I'm gonna answer the question, but let me see, because I keep getting that and I can't remember. Is that you, Niecy, that keeps asking me that? Yes. Niecy, did you read my email? I sent you the email, baby. I answered you back in the email. And in the email, I told you I know what Game Over. I knew what it was. I watched it when it was the day it came out and put the review. The review has been sitting on my channel since literally the night that the show showed. And I sent you the link. I did review it. I sent you the link to the review, baby. I sent you the link to the actual review. You gotta go back to my email, or go over to the playlist. It's there. It's always been there. That's why I kept saying, where does she keep asking me this? And then you said I didn't see it. Yeah, or check the email that I sent you back. I sent you the actual link. Yeah, I watched it. Sure did. And reviewed it. I enjoyed all of them. I enjoyed the whole series. Now they working me with these aliens. Child, girl, now that our kind of people is really a good storyline. But you know, I fuss every week about the way it's written, the screenplay. Let me just fuss it. And then I say, I'm not gonna fuss about it no more than I get on there. As soon as I start talking, I start fussing. Fussing my tail off. Red Tide ended weird for me. Now, right now, I thought Red Tide was going to just move right on over into, into Death Valley, but they ain't met up yet. And I have a feeling that they never are. Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. But for their sake, I hope they do, because this little alien thing, like last week, the black and white portion of the show I'm here for. But the 4 pregnant people, the 2 pregnant men and the 2 pregnant women, child, if you don't get out of my face with that foolishness, that is foolishness. The black and white part is interesting though, because they cutting up. Okay, so listen, I got two things that I want to talk about while we're in here. And one of them, and they're really small things, nothing real major, but I did catch a interview with Chloe Bailey. You know, Chloe Bailey is having her moment. It's her day. She's doing her thing. For those of you who don't know who Chloe is, that's why keep flossing like I do. Why keep flossing like I do. That Chloe Bailey. Love it. But she's having her day. She did an interview with The Real Daytime. And she did really, really well in her interview. Because, you know, sometimes she falls in and out of character. I was like, what is your character? James, I'm dipping out to keep reading your shirt. Listen, are you hungry? Go on and get you something to eat, baby. I'm sorry I screwed up the lunch. We'll do better. I'll go to that refrigerator and get me something, but I don't want to sit here and make y'all just wait for me to go get something else to eat. But you do know that I got backup. I always got something else to eat. I got backup. When I get done, I'm going to go over there. I have some actual, I have some chicken wings that I fried. I have like 4 of them that were left over. I'm going to take them. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get me some grease and some flour and some butter for all the come in close to the screen. I'm going to get back to Chloe in 1 second. Come on in here close to the screen. Those of you who have such an issue about my cooking videos, that butter and that, don't worry about my health. You let me worry about my health. When I do my cooking videos, I share with you how I cook. I ain't asked you to eat. I ain't asked you to copy it. But I'm entertained that you can't find nothing else to hate on me about. So you hating on the butter in my food. So listen to this. I'm going to go over here to that stove. I'm going to get me some flour and some grease. You ready for this? Oh, come on, arteries. Watch out, arteries. I'm going to throw some butter in it, honey. And I'm going to have that fire real hot, baby. I'm going to get to stirring, honey. I'm going to throw some seasonings on it, honey. And then I'm going to throw some water in there, honey. And then I'm going to throw, you guessed it, onions. Oh, they always fuss about how many onions I use. I'm going to throw some onions in there, baby. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw the top on it, throw them 4 chicken wings in there, and I'm going to let it just simmer. You know how you be over there simmering mad about my cooking? I'm going to let it sit over there and simmer, honey. And all while I'm doing that, my fat ass is going to make some rice, honey. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to go ahead, honey, and when it all gets all together, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw it up into a bowl, honey. And I'm going to throw that gravy up on top of that rice, honey, and I'm going to sit over there, and then it's going to be fired on, honey. And I guess you'll be real mad. So maybe I'll make a little short video and drop that so the haters can cuss me out. You know what? The patty. There ain't nothing like it. What y'all think? Gravy, onions, chicken wings, and some rice. I think I'm going to be feeling like this right here, honey.
Glory to God. Oh, I love it. Watch out, Mother. I love it. Down in my soul. Oh,
Okay. All right, y'all. And then I'm going to go over there and watch The Real Housewives of Potomac because I haven't watched that yet. That's what I'm going to be doing for the afternoon. I love peach cobbler. I love liver and onions. I love it. It is so good and it smells so good. It smells so good. So anyway, let me get through this real quickly about Chloe. So Chloe did the interview, and I always get confused about her character because she comes in and she's like, and it's kind of weird to me. It's kind of weird because she is like high drama, high sexuality. And she falls out of character sometimes, like when they're doing like a concert spot where they're like singing, her and her sister are singing, and then they go right into speaking about something right afterwards. It kind of you go on an emotional roller coaster with them because you're doing all this grown woman stuff, and then when you start talking, you sound like a Disney kid. So it kind of throws things off for me. It's kind of really, really weird. It's really weird, but she'll get it. She'll get it. But she did really well. It wasn't so. I don't know. She was still a little bit of that. You know what I mean? But you got to see her for her a little more. She had a really cute a black, like a double-breasted coat dress, but it was really, 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 really short. Really short. She had on a real cute sandal. Real cute sandal. She they asked her some different questions. She answered. She said she's a nerd. Like she's a little nerd, which I can see that. Because you're so highly sexual in your performance and your lyrics and stuff. So I can imagine that she's not like that all the time. She just, that's, her escape to be able to say what it is that she wants to say. I get it. But she says she likes building Legos in her downtime. I cracked up laughing. I was like, now that was a fun fact. Playing with Legos. Listen, go for it. She's single and she has been for 2 years. So that was interesting. It was a really, really good interview. You all should really take some time and pull that up. You can see it here on YouTube. It's under The Real Daytime. And yeah, it was a good interview. I enjoyed it. And she said, this was one thing that she did say. I said, yeah, you've been under the tutelage of the queen, honey. She said, some people like me and some people don't. I love all. And she said some people tell her, you do too much. And they do. I see that a lot. And I used to bother her back in the day. I've been following them a long time, but that used to bother her back in the day. And when people were telling her that she does too much. And she said, you know what? Maybe I do, but that's just me. And I said, right. She is really high glamour, high drama, high sexuality. Listen, don't change a thing, little mama. Just do your thing. You're good at it. It is what it is. And I know there's a lot of talk around her not being so much like Beyonce. At this point, I don't think she really can help it. She is her protege, and it's going to all even out, y'all. Just give her some time. Give her some time. It's going to even out. I can see her. I definitely see the Beyonce influence, but I see her. I always did. I told y'all that when I first started talking about them all the time. I always talk about them ever since I ran into, like I said, I followed them. I knew exactly who they were. I knew how talented they were, but nothing had actually grabbed me in. I would just cheer for them from the side. When I seen them do the VMAs and they sang Ungodly Hour, I was hooked. And I ain't stopped looking since. That performance all by itself just wrapped me up and grabbed me. I was already a little fan. I was a fan, but that little performance right there, baby, they tore that up, honey. Tore it up. And I said from that day, she don't need Hallie. It's her. They're both stars, but Hallie, not over here. Hallie is going to be a star elsewhere. Like Hallie is breaking it up over here with this, doing the Little Mermaid, and every little thing that I see from the Little Mermaid, I am so proud. So proud of her. I'm so excited for it to actually come. Listen, I've never even watched The Little Mermaid, the movie, like the little cartoon movie. I don't watch cartoon movies. So I've never watched Little Mermaid all the way through. Of course, I know the Poor Unfortunate Souls thing, and truly, the Poor Unfortunate Souls thing. You know why I actually pulled that up and looked at that and know that song and stuff is because of T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison absolutely loves that whole thing, that whole skit. And that's where I actually, that got stuck in my head because Maddie was always reciting it. She was always singing it. Like she literally loves it, like a real old big little kid. She loves that. So that was Maddie that made me pay attention to that. But I've never watched the full movie of The Little Mermaid. Now I will. I will do it before I actually see Chloe's whole movie because I want, not Chloe, Hallie. Before I see Hallie's real action version of it, because I want to know the story before I actually do it, so I can actually see, how good the adaptation is. So I will do that. But From the Door, that VMA performance, I said from the door, they're fabulous together, but she don't really need her. One's holding one back and the other one, they can always literally go into the studio with each other. And I think they always will. I think they will always sing backup for each other, and they should. And they should. No one will ever blend with them the way they blend. They are sisters. There's blood there. And when there's a bloodline, something about voices, when there's a bloodline, you can't duplicate it. Well, it happens every now and again. Like In Vogue. That was just God lined that up. He lined that up because you don't usually have voices that are not related that go together well like that. That group just had an angel sitting on their shoulder this whole time. I love In Vogue. But there's something about the blend of sisters and brothers when they sing. When the Jacksons sing together, it just blends and it's so effortless. The Clark sisters, the Emotions, the Jones girls. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and on. Those bands and groups where they are actual blood relatives, you can't duplicate it. It just works. It just works. Even down to the Mary sisters. The Mary sisters can take and throw other sisters that aren't part of the group in, and it just works. It's something about that bloodline. Look at the Braxtons. Though we know them all, but when you put them together, it's a magic that happens when you put them together. And yes, Tamar is the best singer of the group, and then Tony's right behind her. But then you got the other ones, and people sleep on them. Trina does her own thing, and even down to Tracy. I laughed so hard. There's a clip somewhere out here in YouTube land that I ran into where Tracy was actually hitting whistle tones. And guess what? Tony can too. She just don't do it. But Tony can take the high, and she's done it. She's done it. There's a performance that was actually on the reel during Christmas. It was Christmas time. And Tamar was sick. And the sisters all performed, and they were singing Mary Did You Know? And we know that Tamar takes the high portion. Tamar was sick, and Tony took that high spot and did it because Tamar was sick, and you couldn't even tell the difference. Shall get into it. People they be sleeping on them Braxton sisters. I give them a hard time. When I used to do the little reviews on them, I would tear them up. I'd drag them, child. When they be acting ridiculous, I would get them. But baby, when it comes to that singing, you don't want a day of the Braxton sisters. Not a day. Do you understand me? And when it comes to those Mary sisters, now, I love Erica. Tina's a lot to take in. But that little golden thing she got in her throat, you don't want a piece of it. And it's all of them, even down to Erica's daughter is singing now. But then, the daddy is musically talented. So it's something about blood, something about the bloodline. It's the blood. It's fabulous. But anyway, check it out if you get a chance to go see Miss Chloe Bailey doing her thing over there on the reel. I have high hopes for her, And she got big dreams, and I am here for all of it. I will definitely be watching and cheering for her from the sideline. Okay, so let's move on into the last thing that I want to talk to you all before I leave here and get started with my little gravy and chicken adventure, honey. Child, listen, me too. The one time if I could sing that high, baby, if I could sing that high, I'd never shut up, honey. Y'all be calling me Dog Whistler TV, honey. Everything would be me screaming and hollering. I'm loud as it is. But if I could be loud and on key, baby, you don't want a day. Of all the talents that I have, and God knows he has truly blessed me with multiples in the talents. I can do a few things. I can do a couple things. I wear a couple little hats. But I always, I wish I could sing, honey. Something, yeah. I love music. I just do. I really do love music. I just settle for, the ear I have for what things are supposed to sound like, even if I can't make those noises. But yeah, I love music. I'm just a lover of music. I am. Speaking of Lamone Music, how are you? That's one old talented piece of singing man there too. Is that Lamone Music? Whenever you all get a chance, he is a channel down there. He has a YouTube channel, and he also has his IG. Follow him on IG. He is constantly releasing music and performing, and he posts pictures and videos of him doing his thing. It's really, really good. He is a true talent, and he is definitely not bad on the eye. Well, y'all see the picture, child. Not bad on the eye at all. Gotta love him. And he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. Loves me some Lamone Music. Look, there's a troll that wants some attention. But guess what? We're not giving you any attention today. I think we might just block you for now. Let's go ahead and block you. That child has been running around. I've seen him all weekend running around trying to get some attention. It's cute when it's cute. When I feel like cursing him out, I do. When I feel like it, I'll unblock him again and I'll curse him out, or he'll go make some more channels. But that poor thing, running around burning houses down, and I don't even have to say allegedly anymore. See, look, here we go. I wasn't going to say nothing, but we could take a poll. If you didn't burn down the house, if you didn't melt the side of the house off, would you pay to repair it? Just a question. You don't make much. You literally you wash dishes for a living. You wash dishes. You don't have a vehicle. You ride around on a 10-speed bike. You don't have keys to your house. You climb in and out of the window of your domicile. And you've burned down the side of the domicile, and then you blamed it on global warming. Yet you paid to repair the side of the house, which for me, was an admission of guilt. What do you guys think? I said I wasn't going to give him any attention, but I guess I am going to give him the attention. It's okay. It's a key on a Monday. But what we're not going to do is go back and forth with him. You wanted some attention, so I'm going to give you some attention. We're going to sit here and talk about you. I don't think that's the attention you wanted, but we're going to sit here and clown you a little bit. So y'all tell me, what do y'all think? Would you have paid back? Am I out of order for saying that the agreement to pay to fix the siding of the house that you claim that you didn't burn up? You claim you didn't start the fire, but those are definitely your cigarette butts. You definitely spend all your time out there by that window you climb in and out of to get inside of your domicile. And you agreed to pay to repair it For me, that was an admission of guilt. What do you all think? Dwayne, don't pass out on me. Say it like you really say it. Wishing dishes. Don't do me, Clark. Don't do me. You say, oh, look at Po thing. But should we actually? Wait, no homeowners insurance? I'm sure there was, because given the type of job he has and the type of a bum that he really is, I'm sure all he paid was probably the deductible. You know, he's a specific type of bum. He buys cigarettes, you know, he buys loose cigarettes. You know, anybody that's buying 1 or 2 cigarettes during the pandemic, you buying single cigarettes. You take that with you, baby. You need a little something. Let me turn it over the right way. A little hand sanitizer when you take and buying single cigarettes during the pandemic. You be careful, honey. But I mean, why would you be careful with your cigarettes? You weren't careful with your. Anyway, you're going to say, you know, that's how you say it. Whatever. Shut up. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, boy. You shut your mouth. Don't start. I was going to bust out into some Michael Jackson right quick. You shut your mouth, boy. You shut your mouth. See, y'all got me to acting silly. Oh, Lord. You say, not even renter's insurance. Right, child. Listen, I mess. Hello, Asia. How are you? Y'all know who that is, right? That's Asia. That is Supreme #1. Child, we got to pay a little homage, honey. We got Supreme #1 up in the house, honey. Yes, indeed, honey. Those are the girls that keep Treasure Lane running, honey. Come on, one time for the one time. Asia from Brooklyn, you guys. I love them, honey. The 3 best moderators on YouTube. I said it. Because they my moderators. You ain't got to agree. Look, he said, shady. I'm out of here. Anyway, and this is the part that he would have loved. He's getting ready to go. He'll catch it later. Let me move on. Halloween. Now, you all know how much I can stand slasher films, right? But one of the most popular ones is Halloween. Michael Myers, Jamie Lee Curtis, and the whole Halloween franchise, a whole mess. October the 15th is the release of the new Halloween movie. Now, I've seen a few of the movie. I saw part 1. I saw part 2. I think I've seen Halloween. What was it? Halloween. Was it H2O? Or some. I've seen a few of them. But I've told you, of all of them, my favorite. Well, there was two favorite moments I had. When Jamie Lee Curtis actually cut his head off, I loved it. Because there was the one scene in the one of them, I think that was the last one I saw, when they really was fighting. No. Was that the one? There's one of them where they actually went all the way back to really giving some of the history of him, and it was more of a drama. Like it really went into the storyline as opposed to all that damn killing. But they were really talking about like his time and his stay at the facility. That was really interesting to me. You know, they dealt a lot with, you know, the little man that always follows them around, the psychiatrist. And that was interesting. But I told y'all the other day, there was the one scene where he killed the nurse. He was leaving the hospital and he killed the nurse, and he juked her in the back and lifted her up on a knife, and her shoe fell off. And you know, I got that dark sense of humor. So when I seen her shoe fall off, I got real tickled. You know, I did. I got real tickled. And it makes me think there's this nurse that I actually know. It's a nurse, like a nurse. And, you know, yeah, I'm just going to leave that right there. But that's like one of my favorite Halloween moments. Happy Halloween, Nursey Pooh. Yeah. So I talked about that the other day. Anyway, and then like I said, the whole scene at the end where I can't think of which one of the movies that was, but she chased them all the way down, and then they ended up going in the van. She grabbed the van at the end. I'm transitioning, just follow me. She grabbed the van at the end. They had him in the van, like in the coroner's van. And you know, when everything was all over and he was supposedly dead, and she like, he'll never be dead, child. So he was in the van, and then she broke loose and ran over. She grabbed the van and she takes off. As she goes, and she's like, he ain't dead. I'm gonna make sure he is dead. And I think her thing was to take it over the side and like blow it up or whatever. And you know how I get down, Dwayne. And he was right. He did. He raised right up. You know, that was like the best. Like he did. It was so fun. I remember that, child. He sat up like in the body bag. I said, oh. See, I liked all that. That was cool. But they went over the little side of the thing, and he ended up being thrown from the van, and then the van like crashed into the tree, and he was in between the tree and the van. And then she got out, and again, she did everything like a black woman. No shade to any of my non-black folks, but you know, child, you got to make sure they're dead. In the movies, Caucasian folks at the end in the movie, they don't make sure the person's dead. They always crying, and then they walk away and they be like, oh my God. And then they don't be dead. Now, the black folks, child, you know, we could be in the whole movie, okay? And it's a whole serial killer. And then you be the last person, which we never are the last person in the movie, not the way they used to be. But if we was the last person, the movie wouldn't be over, because we would go to jail for overkill. You know, you can go to jail for overkill. I would, because I wouldn't just shoot the person or just stab them, and then, you know, the authorities come and they get the body and all of that, and I'd be like, oh, no, my ass would be locked up, because they would be like, the body was dead. Can you tell us why you stabbed that body another 75 times? Child, I'll be like, huh? My ass would be right on down there, Eddie. They'll be like, well, why you in here for? Child, I had a little bout with a serial killer. Well, wait a minute, wait. What do you mean you had a bout with a serial killer? Child, he didn't get me, I got him. But then I overdid it, so they'd have locked my ass up. Plus, I sure would, baby. A Jason or a Freddy or I'd be juking them until they can. It'd be a whole different movie, honey. The movie would go from being Friday the 13th to Pieces of a Dream, honey, because I would still be juking them until I got completely tired when I couldn't juke them no more, honey. It just, But anyway, I said all of that to say, I'm really painting a bad picture for myself, ain't I? I sound real bad. Whatever. Listen, if you don't get me first, I'm going to get you, and I'm going to do my time for the overkill of the serial killer, because So, well, why'd you stop stabbing him? Because my arm gave out, Your Honor. Period. But anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis, he was stuck between the tree and the car. It was a truck. So, by all means, he was supposed to be dead. He's on the thing. Jamie did something that made me love Jamie Lee Curtis all over again because she got out of the van and she was all busted up, broke up. She grabbed the damn hatchet from out of the van, baby, and she gave him, and baby, his head went rolling. Now he's dead, honey. And I said, I was in the movie theater cutting a fool. I said, yes. Well, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Dead. D-E-D, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. She tore him up. But then, of course, he came back in another movie. I don't know who did the stitching, honey. I don't know. But somebody, it might have been the one, might have been a liposuction doctor, honey, that stitched him back up, honey, because, there's liposuction that gets done down around these parts, honey. Listen, more so up there in the DMV, they got some doctors that do some liposuction. And listen, they are so good at their craft of doing this surgery that you can't tell that anything ever got done. I mean, just fabulous. So maybe that's who sewed his head back on for the next movie. And it was just like nothing ever happened. Yes, go on, honey. But yeah, if you're going to get some surgery done and you don't want nobody to know you actually had surgery, some plastic surgery, some lipo, a facelift, or something like that, and you don't want nobody to realize that you actually had anything done and everything looks just like it looked before you went in, go on up there to the DMV, honey. Go on up, ask a few questions, ask around on YouTube Street. Somebody will give you some information, but you can get on up there, baby. I'm telling you, you can get you some surgery. Nobody will ever know that you ever had anything done. Trust me. Listen, the shade has been thrown. Anyway, so I love that. That was cool. You said, is that Death Becomes Her? No, child, that was the one. You know what? Stop it. So anyway, so now Halloween Kills is the name of the movie. October the 15th, it's actually being released. Now, I can't stand Halloween. I don't like it. But I think I'm going to be forced to watch this movie. But I got a plan, y'all. See, the plan is, and he done left. My brother Chet was in here a minute ago. Yeah. Yes, indeed. My brother Chet was in here, so I'm probably glad he left because he being set up, honey. This is the setup. I don't want to watch the movie, but what I can do is he's definitely going to go see it. He loves Halloween. He loves the holiday. He loves the whole dressing up thing. He loves all that. He'll go see the movie, and I could just trick him into telling me the whole movie, everything about the movie, and it'll be just like I watched it. Because he's good. He's smart. He's a good storyteller, too. So that's the plan. That's the plan. But when he tells me what he tells me, then I'm nosy. So I might end up having to go watch it. But dig this. This is why it's so interesting and why I'm bringing it up. They have flipped the script. And this time, Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. And, this is like, the thing is, the fact of her being the age that she is, still looking, Jamie kept herself together really, really good. Still doing her thing. She's still working. And I'm just in awe of that whole thing with her. But they flipped the script. It's not the same old in the movie. I said, I'm here for this. This time, it is her and her family are basically going hunting him. He's back out there. They know he's back on the prowl. His whole thing is he always comes back after them because he will never stop until he successfully kills her. That's it. Michael is going to keep coming back until he finishes, because he killed off this whole family, except for Jamie. He cannot get Jamie. Jamie is a bad bitch, so he can't get her. And now she has her own children and stuff. So her and her clan is actually hunting him. So this is, I think, going to be very, very interesting. And I said, I guess that the whole thing is that she literally is just tired of being stalked and tired of living in fear. Because, you know, there was that one, the last one I saw, I thought they did a very good depiction of how her life was. Like, she was becoming unraveled. Like, she had done so well through like all those years of kind of like keeping herself together and kind of like leading a decent regular life. You know what I mean? Now with her, and I'm going so far into the story like these are real people, but I can't imagine that I would have ever procreated. Knowing that I have that going on and that he keeps coming back, and you know for a fact that he ain't going to stop until he gets you or you get him, I don't think I would have procreated. I'd have been so afraid of him coming after my babies. Because remember, they were like babies at one point, and they had to like grow up. So yeah, I would have been, yeah, I don't know. I'd have been too scared to do that. And then, you know, he's off the chain. Halloween is like the first movie I actually saw when somebody actually does bother kids and old people. Because generally in horror movies, they never bother the old people and they never bother the kids. Honey, Michael don't give a shit. Michael, blind, crippled, or crazy, honey, Michael will tear your ass up. That is the first time I ever saw an old person really get it, honey, was in I think it was Halloween 2. There's like a lady or something that lived across the street from the old house, from their house, and he gave it to her, honey. I said, girl, you won't finish that potted meat in them crackers today, honey. He tore grandma's ass up. I said, are you serious right now? I was literally in shock. That's like one of my movie times. Y'all know I done seen so many movies. That's one of my movie times when I was literally in shock. Like, did he just kill that old lady? Got a shot. Yeah. It's like he had an order. He did that. Yes, he did. And the other time that I was really shocked was Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte. Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte, when Betty Davis, and you know, Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte is old movie. It's black and white. And when I heard her call the lady a bitch, I said, she's a bitch. So I'm like, what? Well, I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. I was laying in my bed. That's back when you used to order Netflix and they used to send you the CDs. You know, you would order them and they would send the CDs to you. You would rent them and then you send them back. Y'all remember that? Back in the day when Netflix was doing that. Now, you know, Netflix is just up on there. You know, right in your Roku TV, honey. But I've been around Netflix that long. But yeah, child, when she looked down that table and told her cousin, honey, she said, what do you think that I had you come here for? Her cousin told her, and she said, I came to be with you. She said, to be with me? To be with me? You're a vile, sorry little bitch. I said, oh. I rolled it back. She just said that. Never say nobody call nobody a bitch in no black and white movie. As much stuff as be happening in black and white movie, they just didn't say stuff like that. Baby, she gave her the blues, honey. She sure did, honey. That black and white had me flipped. I said, whoa, come on, Betty. That Betty Davis was something else, honey. She say all kind of stuff out of her mouth, honey. I just loved her, honey. It was just too much. But I'll never forget that. I was literally sitting there on that bed. Well, I was laying on that bed, honey, and I was like, did she really say that? Like, oh, child, she really did. I was dead to the bed. Anyway, so like I said, the movie's coming out on the 15th. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to try plan one. Plan one is to talk to Chet and get Chet to explain everything to me. And he'll give me some pushback, but I usually always get my way. And then probably, you know, I'll be satisfied. But if it's too much and it's too interesting and he's too excited about what he's saying and too eager to tell me, which means that it's off the chain, then I'll have to watch it myself. So, but anyway, either way, I'll come down and talk to y'all about what I found out about it. Anyway, listen, these are cold. Now, this was a bust. This was a waste of $8, but I'm not mad with the Colonel. I like the Colonel, so I ain't mad with him. I'm gonna go on in there and I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna make the haters hate. Let them do their job. You know the haters are always on, baby. They're always at work. They're always on time. They're usually early. Usually early. Now, I don't know that little child that came in here, the little alleged arson. He was late today. I don't know. That's probably why he can't keep a job. Anyway, that's enough. I'm out of here. Listen, it's been real. Everybody from Facebook, thank you for being here. Mwah! Everybody from the YouTube universe, thank you for being here. I love you guys. I will see y'all soon. This has been another episode of Kitchen Table Talk Live with me, SpillitBoyTV. Are you hungry? All right, you guys. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be good. Don't act like me. Don't act like me. Be nice. Be nice, y'all.
And feel like